Welcome back, the 167 podcast. Boys, it's back. Season 2. Season 2.
Yeah, season 2.
Of the 167 podcast.
Season 2. My bad.
A lot of you didn't think it was happening. A lot of you think I've signed in Sydney. A lot of you think I'm over in Europe, but I'm here. We're doing the podcast. Season 2. We are back.
We are back. I've had
go.
a lot of chat about, are you going to be doing the potty? What's Paps doing? There's been everyone just thinks you're gone already. Everyone's just going, oh, who's going to fill in for Paps? So they haven't given you a chance, but you're back.
I'm back.
Well,
back.
Well, to be honest, me and Hughesey did have a couple little auditions when you went. We had some people come and sit down, and yeah, it wasn't the same. So we thought, you know what, we'll give Paps back his job.
Yeah, thanks for calling me back.
Yeah.
It's good to be back, and yeah, obviously enjoyed this last year. So, yeah, we're back doing it. It's this new structure for this year. It'll be 2 episodes a week. So be excited for that. One predominantly footy. We'll try to keep it footy, sports related. And our second episode will be a bit more showing the human side to us, a bit more games, what we get up to away from footy, away from whatever you're doing, and a bit more fun. So if anyone's got suggestions for games or they see stuff that they like, make sure you send them through to Dave and he will show us. Well, I guess he'll pick them out if they're really good.
Or send a message to, do you remember where to send a message to?
No.
Memo.fm/167 podcast.
There we go.
Okay.
So some suggestions for that. I don't know how we'll go down. I'll give a little preview of it. I'm not actually too sure how we're going to work today's episode, but
Beauty. Sports show, game show.
sports show, game show.
Love it. Love it.
No, was it? Deal or no deal? We're going to do a little game.
Deal or no deal. Yeah, there's plenty of games we can come up with. A few that we can cook up. What's hot, what not.
Get the brain going. Let's go.
So, what are you doing, mate? Talk to us, or you don't want to tell anyone? You want to keep it hush-hush?
I will set the record straight. I feel like you guys know this, but it's probably more the external that don't. So I don't even know where to start, but I'll start from the Brisbane game last round of the year.
Yep.
So that game pretty much had that head knock in the last so minutes, and obviously went off the field and was in the sheds, pretty emotional, pretty upset.
The Suncorp game? Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah.
Suncorp game, and like was rattled. Like sort of, I don't think I've ever really cried in front of you boys, but I was sort of in the sheds trying to hide it a little bit. And then sort of in that moment was just like, what am I doing? You know, like at what cost do you play footy for? And just had one of those moments, and it was fleeting once I'd sort of over that weekend I'd let it process and whatnot. But that was, I guess, the catalyst for then the conversations that went in place the next sort of few weeks. The plan was always after that, whatever happens, I'm having a year off. And I had a mindset coach for the last sort of 12 months, and we've had discussions around what that looks like and how to approach it. And we'd get to the end of the season and see if I was actually sure about that decision. So essentially, after that Broncos game, I didn't play the next week. But I reckon I knew I was having a year off next year. So yeah, obviously one thing led to the next. I got to the grand final, and then we lost the grand final. And I think there was always a bit of me that thought, if we lose, I'd want to come back and play again. And like, if we won, it'd be good just to go off and do it as it is. So it didn't change my feeling of it at all. I was sort of like, I've done all I can. I've tried hard. I've put in everything I can. But if I keep playing this game, it's at what cost? So yeah, I think by sitting down with my mindset coach, his name's Georgie, I'll give him a shout. He's been massive the past 12 months in just, I guess, reframing how I look at life and footy and everything really. So yeah, we sort of had discussions around, okay, well, yeah, you're walking away from something quite lucrative, and you're not going to have that security, but at what cost? And like I said, my health, I really prioritize, and that's something that I'm sure you guys do as well now, both being dads. So it's something that I'd really prioritize and had to look within and go, you know what, if it's health, then and it's not really serving its purpose anymore, which footy did for a long time. I think that was my big realization, and this is probably going a bit off track, but I think why I played footy to start was like I loved it and I enjoyed it. And then it transitioned into having a tough period of people saying I wasn't going to make it and I was too small. And suddenly you use those extrinsic motivations to fuel you up. And I reckon they just burn out, I think. And then sort of looked within and thought, I'm getting paid well, it's hard to leave that sort of environment. And what else in life do I want to achieve? And that was helping people. In what capacity? I love psychology, like you boys know. And I guess I love new experiences. So what can I channel that into now? And I know I said a year, but at this stage, I don't actually feel like I would play at all. I think I'm enjoying what I'm doing now, and I'm going to give that my all. So that was the decision around it all. And I know R360, and that was definitely in the talks and definitely something I was keen on. But I think that incident in Brisbane in the last round just sort of, it's like everything happens for a reason. Universe puts you in situations. It was nearly like, nah, you need to make this decision, be strong with it and stick with it. And so now I think I'm retired.
I think I'm
Good
done.
analogy, but I don't know if I really want to clap or not. But
I think it's pretty brave from you, bro. Like, after everything, obviously you've been through a lot. You've done a lot as well in the game, and then have something like that happen to you. I had heaps of people ask me like, "Oh yeah, is he going to R360 and that?" And I was genuinely like, "No, I think he's probably just wants to have a rest." Like, you look at what you've been through the last couple of years and the injuries, the toll our game takes on us. To go through all that, it'll be pretty hard. But I think it'd be even harder to walk away from it as well when you think about it. Like you said, we get paid good money. It's a pretty good lifestyle we live, but to walk away from that, to be true to yourself, I think really brave, brother. Really brave.
No, I appreciate it. And that was, I reckon that was probably the hardest. The hardest thing wasn't the money walking away from or the environment. I reckon the hardest thing was I was sitting in Shoal Bay before I sent the group message, just being like, I don't want to do it. Like, I know I want a year off and I want a break, but I don't want to send this message. And I reckon it was sort of because I didn't know what the reaction was going to be, and I didn't want it to, I guess, I don't know how to describe it, but like, I think there's part of me and my ego wanted heaps of people to message me being like, oh, like, good on you, blah, blah, blah. But there was also part of me that thought, like, oh, there's going to be guys who are like disappointed and off me and like I'm jumping off the ship sort of thing. So I was like battling with that. And then anyway, I just typed the message up, sent it, do not disturb, had dinner. I was like, I was sweating the whole dinner. My attention just was not there. And yeah, like, I think the really cool thing is probably the, I guess, response I got back from it. Like, you guys were all very supportive and understood where I was coming from. And I'm sure he's had plenty of questions, but in that moment, I felt probably more support than I've ever felt. And it was really sort of reassuring that, yeah, like these guys, it's hard when you're in a work environment. Sometimes you're holding each other accountable, whatnot, but when push comes to shove, you actually care. And that was a really cool side to see to it. So yeah, very, very tough. And I haven't figured it all out what I'm doing. And I don't know why there's part of me that thinks I need to know the answer, but I think I'm just trying to embrace the whole learning experience side of it, and we'll see what happens from there. But still get to catch up with you boys each week on this.
Yeah,
so
it's good.
It should be good fun, and yeah, we'll see what happens in the next chapter. But it honestly feels like I've just finished school again. That feeling when you don't really know what you want to do. Some people do, but you just jump off and there's all this possibilities here, and some great people I've met through the storm, great people I met through the podcast, and people who want to help out, which is, really special. And I think something that sometimes you can get caught in that trap of just thinking you're a footy player. And I know you guys are much more than footy players. You're dads and a few businessmen out there as well. But I think sometimes when you're in it, you don't realize how much of an impact you have until you're out of it. And I think, through my hardships and injuries and everything I've had, it's actually built me into a person that's ready to take on this next chapter. So I'm excited. Ready. I'm not too sure what it is, but we'll just play around with a few things and cheer for you from the outside.
Can you give a little insight on what you have been doing? I know obviously people who follow you on social media know what you've been up to, but Obviously, you're just telling us off here. You're getting much better at golf. The handicap won't say so, but you
I am.
You are getting better. What have you been up to apart from playing golf?
That's one of those opportunities that pop up from, I guess, not being at pre-season, getting flogged every week and every day.
I thought it might have been because you don't want to come to the GFU. That was fun too, but we'll let you go back to your story. So.
No, I think from that, I remember all my golfer mates who I've sort of met along the way, I've always just G'd up, like, oh, I'll come caddy for you one day. I'll do this, I'll do that. And I don't think any of them actually took me seriously until Daniel Gale, Gailey messaged me, I reckon it was later in the year, maybe November, messaged me just saying, oh, I'm coming up to Cathedral playing that event. Would you like to caddy for me? I said, yes, like, of course. Not thinking anything of it, just wanted to, I guess, experience it. Knew I wouldn't be training. I reckon it was the first day he's had back, actually. So I knew he was training and I knew I was out at Cathedral in a helicopter at a cathedral caddying for Gailey. So that come about, absolutely loved it. Obviously, it ties in well with my, I guess, love for psychology and learning and golf. So it was like all these three things just combined. And suddenly I wouldn't say helping, but when you're good mates on a golf course, just having a chat, you're usually playing pretty good golf. So I like to think I was that for Gailey. And then, I guess I'm going to caddy for him for the next few months. So
good.
That'll be fun. We've got a few events. I'm still learning. It's one of those things now. I've got a bit more freedom to have meetings with guys who have been caddies, who have sort of worked in the golf field. So just one of those experiences. I'll give it a go at. But I think it's the same thing. Like, I want to help people. I feel like that's a capacity where I can help people. I'll keep learning psych. I'll keep learning philosophy. I love that side of life. And if I can contribute them and I guess see where the wind takes me from there. So I know we'll touch on how the episode's going to work later, but there's lots of books I've been reading about this thing. It's like suddenly all these books and information I've taken in through, I guess, the career has it's just like this knowledge that's been stored and now I can use it.
Yeah.
And same thing, like even just team environments and leadership meetings that you have each week, those discussions that we were having, when you're in the moment, you think, oh, sometimes I'm saying something, but it's not really working. But once you decide to stop, actually being able to have those conversations helps so much. So I think there's so many things indirectly that we learn while we're playing that you can actually translate into life outside. So a bit of that. Hopefully do a little bit of travel as well. Wouldn't mind doing some PD work. There's a company that I've aligned with, Optimize Mental Performance. So Australian built company, and they're based in New York now.
True.
Yeah, so they've done a little bit of work with big colleges over in America, the US Olympic team. I'd love to go over there and sort of see what they're about. And I guess from there, the goal will be to be able to tell my story and then be able to give back and help people, whether that's a keynote, whether that's one-on-one. Like I said, I'm just going to see where the wind takes me, but I'm just going to start moving the needle a little bit and seeing which areas I want to go in. So, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't come back, brother. I'll be staying on that side.
Yeah.
If I had all your knowledge, I wouldn't be coming back either.
No, don't underestimate yourself, Hughesey. You are a smart man. I think that's just a blank canvas now, and you guys will hit that point. You're both getting on, so probably sooner rather than later. But no, you'll hit that point. And I'm sure, I don't have kids, so it's hard to relate, but this whole new experience is just it's a whole different world, and I'm sure which you guys will talk about, the dad life. But yeah, I'm really loving it at the moment. Like I said, getting to play plenty of golf, getting to meet plenty of people, got the freedom to go back to Sydney as well. That's probably one other thing. I never understood people who would move interstate because they miss their family. I never understood that. Never got it. But then since my sister had a kid and I've got a nephew now, I'm like, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And I feel so bad because there's so many people I would judge them. I was like, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Move away and whatnot. But there is a connection. I think the sad thing is going home and for one, I'm not the godfather, so a bit filthy at that. My younger brother is. And the fact that Lenny, he actually doesn't know who I am. He's 2 and a bit now. That's so sad.
Yeah, that is
so
pretty sad.
I'll be able to go back a little bit now. Obviously, recognises over FaceTime, but
it's not the same, is it?
yeah, enough about me, boys. What
Yeah.
what have you guys been up to? Back at training now, but I
Yep.
want a bit of a dad update, actually, because
Talk
Hughesey,
Zaddy.
Daddy daycare.
little Hazel.
Nah, it's been good. It's been a ride. We timed it perfectly. Had little Hazel on in October and in the off season, which we timed perfectly. But yeah, no, it's been really good. It's been a challenge. Like it's been as Mun will know, it's been an eye opener and a challenge. You can't all the nurses told us this. They were like, yeah, you can't prepare for something like this, and you can't prepare for what's coming because everyone's different. Like you can read as much books as you want, you can I don't know, take as much advice as you want, but nothing's going to work because your baby's just going to be different to everyone else. So but she's going really good now. She's 3 months now, which feels like it's flown by. Shout out to Mole's done really good. She's actually been the best mum. She put Hazel on like a sleep routine. So Hazel was on pretty strict routine where she had to be up at a certain time, had to be fed a certain time, back to bed at a certain time, and all that stuff during the day. And it was quite tough because Hazel, like, she wouldn't go down or she wouldn't eat at a certain time, and it started to get frustrating. She started crying a lot. So it was pretty tough for a while there. But now that it's worked, like it's been so good. Like she's been sleeping from like 10 to 7, which is so good because she used to be up every 3 hours. So 10, 1, had to feed her, 4, had to feed her, and then back at 7. Now she's sleeping through the night.
Is that, Mun, you'd be able to give an answer to this. Is that normal for a 3-month-old to be sleeping from 10 to 7? Like, if you give Hughesey some, is he got a bit of a false confidence at the moment? Will that change?
Wow, bro, we were leaving training the other day, and I can't remember what we were talking about. But I don't know if I was like saying Hazel was good, but he's like, oh, don't get used to it, bro. They go off the rails soon anyway. And I was like, bro, you're supposed to give me confidence, not fucking tell me it's going to be worse.
Having a dad's genes and just loves sleeping too. So that could be another thing too. I know Hughesey loves his bedtime, but no, that's unreal for Molly.
Yeah,
far out. That's some tough yakka.
Yeah, she got a bit of help from our friends up on the Gold Coast, and they've been really good. With helping Mole and helping, they've had 2 kids now, and they done the same with their kids, and they sleep really well. So I think Mole knew, she's like, oh fuck, Jerome loves to sleep, so I better get baby into a routine to keep him happy. But she's been a soldier through it all. She's really dug deep and some pretty tough times as well. Like, I don't know, you feel like the hardest thing with babies is you don't know what's wrong with them. They can't talk to you, so they're just crying, and you're just like, oh, what's going on? And they cry for ages, and you start getting, frustrated, flustered, and a few tough times. But to come out the other side, it's been really good to see the results. So hopefully Hazel stays like that and doesn't end up like what Mun said and just starts going off the rail
as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully she can stop teething, because teething's annoying.
Oh yeah, teething's coming, but I heard it does get worse.
I've got a few questions for you.
All right,
because where we left off last time, I think we were asking if you were going to watch the birth.
Yes, I feel like we've done a potty about it, but we haven't. We haven't spoken since GF.
No.
Yeah. I watched. I watched. All right. I was. Yeah. That was an experience, man. It was a cool experience. I don't want to go in details of obviously what it was, but I watched.
Maybe you can put it together.
Yeah. I don't know how much I can say, but
how long did it take? Like, what was it?
Yeah. So it was pretty good. So it was. She got inducted. No. Induced. Inducted.
The Hall of Fame.
She got inducted. No, she got induced. So it was pretty good. I feel like I don't like induced as if I was a girl, I'd want to get induced. I felt like that was the best way to do it.
Is that like the epidural? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. So you can. So we went in the night before. Jonathan, our what are they called again?
The obstetrician.
Yeah, obstetrician. He
jabs the belly, like, so, like the water, and he breaks.
Yeah.
It.
So they use a.
So you have like a date, you go in.
No. So yeah. So we went in the night before.
Yeah.
He put something in.
Gel?
Yeah, like a gel to open up the
cervix.
cervix.
Yeah,
Like a gel
break the word.
inside.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a gel, and then it like expands, so that's when the baby I can get out, I guess. And then so we went to bed. I had this mad couch that I was on. I think I was a week post surgery, and I had it was like this. It was like this, but grateful anyway. It could be worse. And then woke up in the morning. Then she started having contractions at about 6 a.m. maybe, which was pretty early. And then she tried to tough it out. One of the nurses was like, "Oh, we'll wait for Jonathan to come, and then you can get the epidural, which is the big needle that numbs you." And then then he took a little while, and then the next nurse that come in, because they take shifts, she was like, "No, just get it now. Like you can get it now." And then Mo got it, and then just so much better.
Yeah.
So much better. And then we by then we waited from like 8 to 2. We just had to wait a little bit for the cervix to open up a bit so baby could come. And I think it was like 2:40 ended up coming.
It was a surprise, yeah, like
Hazel.
a boy or girl.
Yeah, that's right. That was a surprise. So baby come out, and then pretty much just handed her to Mo and was just like, "Look, just have a look." And then we both looked, and it was a girl.
That's so good.
Yeah, I knew it was a girl. I knew it was because I don't know if I said it on the potty, but I was saying I kept
calling her her.
referring it to
Yeah.
her and saying, "Oh, she," and then I'll be like, "Oh, fuck, why would I do that?" But Mo was pretty certain it was going to be a boy. But yeah, great, awesome experience. Like months, you have even more respect for the woman than you do already, and just to see what they go through was pretty cool. And it's hard, it's pretty funny, just telling them the push, but really they're just like you're telling them the push, and they're just honestly, I didn't know where to start. I was just up the top, just
You're all right. Yeah, you're all right. Just push. You're all right.
I didn't want to be too brutal because I knew she would turn around and say, "Shut the fuck up," because it's actually quite hard. They were pushing hard, and I was too scared to give too much words of encouragement. I didn't want to be too hundies, and then she'd just turn around and blast me. But stayed in the hospital for 5 days, the women's hospital there, and nurses really helped us out, and then we went home, and it's been good.
Being a good
Special.
parent. What's one thing you've underestimated about being a first-time parent?
I think probably, I don't know if I underestimated, but you just don't have any time to yourself. You just got someone to care about 24/7 now. And you obviously can have a little chill and while Molly takes turn of just watching Hazel, but you're still thinking about it, especially early days. You're just like, oh, I can't sleep because even if Mol's watching, I'm still like, oh shit, I'm still a bit worried. But that was probably the biggest one, just how much they actually need you to I guess survive. You got to feed them. They got to feed heaps, and you just got to be around them all the time. And it's especially early, it's really scary because you don't know if they're breathing and just all that little stuff. I think all that little stuff. You just really, especially the first time. I don't know about the second time. Second time I'll be it's still good now.
Well, you've got a good
I've already
reference point next to
yeah.
you. You let the second one go by himself, didn't you, mate?
Yeah, no, the second one was a bit different, yeah. The second one was just do it yourself, mate. You'd be like,
But then I'd feel like it's different if the second, if you had a boy first and a girl second, I feel like it'd be different or vice versa.
Yeah.
Like-
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. You'd be able to test it.
No. When I was changing the boys' nappies, it was easy to clean them, but you got to wipe down with a girl. You got to wipe down.
Wait.
Otherwise, they get a UTI.
Yeah.
You're supposed to wipe
Oh yeah,
front to back all the time. You should be doing it.
That is front to back. Yeah, it is too.
No, with the boys.
Wait, so with a boy, yeah.
I said, mate, I just do whatever.
Yeah, he probably got shit in his nuts.
True.
Well, he probably does.
Just like his dad.
Wipe back the front. Remember, we had this chat.
Yeah, I know.
We had this
That's
chat.
so
Yeah.
wrong. It's so
not
bad.
wrong.
We're not going back into it.
We're not going back into it, but that was one thing I learned when I had the down. Because you got to wipe down.
You got to wipe down.
Oh, we're all growing up so much.
Oh,
Hey,
you learn. You
Quick
live and you
update
learn.
on the shoulder, Hughesey. How's that all going?
Yeah, it's going pretty good. I got surgery the week before Hazel come. I think it was the 13th I went in. I had a little bit of a mishap. Had to go in and get a bit of fluid drained out, which wasn't ideal, but it's going good now. Back to training, not doing contact yet. So wait for the screws to do their job, and then once they're solid, I'll get back into it. So it's been good. Just been running for days, which is good because I'd rather be running than on a bike all day. So it's going good, and hopefully be there round 1.
Beautiful. Nice PR answer. Munny man, you've been a bit around the world lately as well. England tour, back home, daddy daycare, sunny coast, Yarrawonga.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
It was a good trip. I went over there to England for 4 weeks without the kids and missus. So when I got home, I had to be a father. So the holiday for me was pretty quick. I had enough of beers over there. I had enough of them over there. I think I was 3 weeks in and I was like, get me home. But that was good. Obviously a good trip, 3-0 against the Poms. And then I went to a mate's wedding in Rocky for a weekend and then stayed up there and see my sister and that in Serena for about 8 or 9 days before Chrissy, and then come back for Chrissy here, and then went up to Yarrawonga and saw the Trip family and played some golf, and the kids went tubing for the first time.
You saw that?
Yeah.
The video of Jagger was
so
the best
funny.
video.
Jagger
ever.
fell asleep on the tube.
Yeah, we'll get a clip of that sent in. But
That is the best video I've ever
if
seen.
we
How do
could
you
set
fall
the
asleep
tone-
on that?
I don't know. Well, like we've spoken about it before, Mun's kids, but like give us just a brief outline of the 3 of them because they all are very different from what we see, and seeing that video adds a bit of context to what you'll see in a bit. But there you go.
Jackson's a very sensitive kid, very pretentious. He probably wouldn't be going camping. If anything, he'd be going glamping.
5-star hotels.
Oh, mate, he's ridiculous. Went to the water park yesterday at Gombaya World and want to jump on the water park slide and that, but didn't want to get wet.
Okay.
Water was getting down there. Water was obviously coming. You know those little water playgrounds?
Yeah.
Water comes down. He wanted to play on the playground, but I was asking the lifeguard if he could turn the water off. I was like, mate, you're taking the mickey here.
It's because it's 15 degrees in Melbourne,
Oh,
mate. I'd be doing
It was
the same.
27 yesterday. It was 27. He's off his head.
Okay, so that's Jackson. We got
yeah.
a good gauge of that.
Yeah.
Jagger, he's a grot. This proper lad. He pissed himself today daycare twice. Didn't care. But yeah, like I said, fell asleep. Thinks it's okay to go out and clean up the dog shit with his hands. He thinks we got a poop scooper there to pick the dog shit up, and he goes and picks up his hands and throws it in there, and then just tells Dad. I was like, mate. And then Blake's sister, I don't know what Blake's is at the moment. She's probably the most chilled one out of both of them. Sometimes you forget she's there. So might be some good news for Hughesey there. But yeah, sometimes I forget we have a girl. I'm too busy worrying about the screaming 2 boys around the other side. So, but that probably puts them to a T. Me and Jackson headbutt. Me and Jagger are sweet, and obviously my princess and my princess.
Well summed up. Well summed up.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
We'll get the video up here. But other than that, Mun, give us a bit of a life update. What's been happening? I know dad life, you can't do too much, but any golf going on? Any business ventures you've hit in the pipeline at the moment?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Probably should have messaged you a bit to play some golf, but unfortunately, usually my normal partners are injured. His shoulder's no good, so he's out of the question. And old bionic Walshy at the moment. He's had about 4 surgeries since he's retired. He had his nose done. He's had his back done. He's had his hips done. He had his nose done again. So, for me, probably haven't got that many golfing partners at the moment in Melbourne, but I try and play as much as I can. Play with actually Dylan Alcott the other day.
Yeah.
Crazy how he gets
Impressive.
around a golf course
Mm-hmm.
and how he hits it.
Yeah.
It was actually Latrobe. It was a bit bogged, the poor bastard.
Yeah. He
So-
wouldn't have been allowed to go on the greens.
Nah,
Too,
he was allowed to go on the greens because they were watering it for some reason. But mate, for someone that like incapable, you would think he's a very
He
elite
can hit
athlete.
a ball really well.
Oh
eh?
yeah, he's ridiculous.
I guess he's got a bit of
He's got a bit of hand eye,
background.
but
Yeah,
still,
but-
like, he's in a wheelchair.
yeah.
he
To
locks
get
it
that
up,
power, bro.
Yeah.
he locks it up, and like just crazy on how he hits it. So
One
kudos to you,
arm swing.
mate.
It's good, yeah. I think the hard thing with Dill is like you just got to be able to find a way to. I know there's members at courses that get a bit grumpy that these tyre tracks are in the greens if they're too soft. But hopefully, from this experience he can get some, I guess, different wheels or like modify it in a way that it is inclusive? Because that's what they're trying to do,
surely
right?
inclusive. Like surely there's not. Well, I know there are members that are quite staunch with that stuff, but yeah, as long as it doesn't damage the greens too much, you'd think it'd be all right.
Yeah.
He was pretty elite. Pretty shocked with the way he played. So it just shows how much hard work he goes about his business. What else was I doing? That was pretty much my holidays, other than running, and dealing with the kids. Yeah, thinking about getting them into sport next year. Jackson goes to school for the first time next year.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'll have to see.
Laters. He's booted. Laters. He's not
Yeah,
even
well,
supposed to start yet, but they forged him to start school early.
He's like 3 years too young.
I'm 12.
He'll be 6 next year.
6
Damn.
Yeah, right.
He was so
That's crazy.
Oh, that's good. Get rid of him for 5 days.
He'll be 8 to 4. Jag will be there 2 more years' time. Bang. There'll be some golf getting played.
Yeah,
So.
Bianca will be cheering. She finally gets some time to herself.
Well, she's thinking about playing golf as a hobby. And I said,
no.
Woo. Go play lawn bowls or pickleball. Anyway.
Oh, paddle tennis, just quietly.
Yeah, paddle's good.
Grouse.
I don't mind paddle tennis.
Have you played paddle? The one with the it's like the glass walls and stuff.
Squash.
It's sort of like squash, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
but
like squash,
proper tennis, yeah.
together.
Yeah, right. Okay, I'll have to
Very
have a look
good.
at
You'd
it.
like it. Actually.
Played it in Bali, I think. It's grouse.
Very good.
Very grouse.
All right, so you're looking forward to some potential free time. You've been through the trenches and you're just batting it on.
He's nearly out. Yeah, he's nearly out of the trenches. He's too
Okay.
smart. Got him more quickly, and then
Watch out.
Yeah,
Munster
that.
2026.
they'll all be in school.
I know that. I know
Um,
that. But you're still doing Big Fan.
Yeah, we can do a big fan of the off season, I reckon.
But there's been a lot going on. There's been a lot going on.
Okay.
I haven't thought about one,
yeah,
though.
gee, you should, big fan of the off
Of the whole off season, yeah, that's going to
Yeah,
be.
since we last recorded.
I've got one.
You got one?
Yeah.
Shit.
I think this will be relevant to all of us.
Ooh.
Okay.
Boys,
Um.
our fantasy side.
Oh yes.
Second
Well,
place.
I don't know if that's a big fan.
We probably didn't deserve to be there. To be honest, there was a few weeks where I packed it in, and I was messaging the boys a lot, going, "We're going here, boys," or just getting abusive to these players, going, "Oh, fuck this guy, fuck this guy." But I think it was a couple of weeks where we hung on, and we ended up making the final. It hurt that our final hope to come first was, I guess, diminished by
A big score from them, wasn't it?
a big score from one of
Derrick
my
Henry.
players,
Yes.
Ravens,
48.
Derrick Henry.
220 yards.
It was hard watching it because I'm a Ravens fan, and then to see him do that, I'm just like, honestly, like I was actually quite disappointed.
Yeah, no, we got clapped in the last round, but I think we've come 7th the last 2 years.
Yeah.
We haven't even made the finals.
Yeah.
No, that's
And this
true.
year we went, you know what? We're going to lock in. And we got
And
to
we
the
come
final.
second.
So we're going in the right trajectory.
Yep.
We made a little mistake this year. Like Pacheco, I'll take responsibility for that.
Yeah.
Picking him 4th, 5th round, probably not great.
No.
He was RB1, and I thought I backed you on that one, but
Yeah.
RB1 though, but he just never gets the ball.
yeah, well, he did a fair.
Well, he just doesn't go anywhere. He just runs fast as and just gets stopped.
But my big fan with the fantasy side, obviously, Seahawks defense.
Oh,
Yeah,
Massive for
great
us.
pickup. They were
And
huge.
Brock
They
Purdy.
won us a few games.
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy, he was
Yep.
him. He was
He's
him.
solid.
Special mention, Puka Nakua.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
he's a
he-
gun.
He was consistent.
Yeah.
But yeah, when we needed the boys, Seahawks D and Brock Purdy, pure.
Yeah.
What
Pooch.
stung me the most was the week after we lost to them. Flowers, 23 points.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was disappointing. That was a heart pick from me. That wasn't smart.
No,
that
he
wasn't a
was
head
good.
pick. That was a
He
One
was
of
better
them
than
for
JJ. JJ was okay.
well. Our first rounder let us down the most.
Well, to make the NFL fantasy finals with your first round pick
Being
playing the way you did,
atrocious.
That's what I'm most proud
it's
of.
not him, but
yeah, he didn't have too much help. A bit unlucky, but
yeah.
that's right. That's my big fan because obviously it's a big league and plenty of bragging rights, and yeah, we did pretty well.
Yeah, no, we done very well,
That's my
boys.
big fan.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Well deserved.
Yeah, we did good.
We did very good. Put on a lot of work.
What do we got now, boys? Obviously, I don't know what's going on at the club at the moment, so you are going to have to fill everyone in.
Yep.
And I'll ask questions.
Yeah, no,
hit me.
it's been good.
Oh,
The boys
yeah,
have come back really, Really fit, actually. There's been a lot of boys, obviously, with the yo-yo test. There been a lot of boys up there. Mum was up there. He done a 1-out with Harry Grant, so
Good bunny.
yeah.
It's like a greyhound.
Don't know if
Chase
that's a good
bunny, yeah.
guy to go 1-on-1 with, but Mun kept up for a while. But yeah, the boys come back really fit. The young guys have really impressed me, actually. The Fleg boys who won their comp last year. There's a few boys that have come up and trained. They're full time with us now. They've been going really well.
Throw us a few names.
Cooper Clark,
Mm-hmm.
he's been awesome. Like fit as. Did he beat you in those
Yeah,
things other
he
day?
did actually. The dirty dog.
He was next to Haz.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Cooper
like doing a
Clark,
couple
big
of
front rower.
Broncos,
Yeah, front row, yeah.
MASs,
Can't believe
and
it.
he was. So he's been going really well. Hugo Peel, you know, old Hughes, he's been going well. He's been going hundies. Another guy that's been going really well, Stanley Hewen.
Okay.
He's come back. He's been getting the old compliments, but also would you call it a kick me down from Bowser? He does the old
compliment. Yeah.
Look at this effort by Stan. You know, last year he wouldn't have done that. Or you know, look at him now. Oh, he's so much skinnier than last year.
Stanley, he's the
poor fella.
resident barber of the squad though as well.
Yep.
What else has been around?
A couple of new boys. Davey Moale.
He's been good. He's been good. He's
been going good.
He's been very...
he looks fit, very fit. You know what else new that was coming?
Jack Hetherington.
Oh yeah, Heather. He's fit as
He's scary.
screw loose.
He's not well.
And and he admits that. But he's been training really well. He had so his first contact sesh, broken hand. Yeah, but obviously broken hands doesn't mean much anymore of the surgeries we can do. So he was only out for a week, and then he's pretty much back into everything, and he's going really well as well. So he'll be pushing for a spot, I reckon. So
pummeling with him, and just felt like I was just going backwards the whole time.
That's
It
similar how it felt when I'd pummel you.
You're right. It was. It was like I was doing like slow ball dancing with him. He was just taking me around, just swinging me around.
Trying to think who else is there. There's a lot of new because there's a lot of.
I think a lot of boys just come up
from the academies.
Gotcha.
We haven't actually signed anyone other than them two. Can't think of.
No. So,
well, talk to us about boys, obviously, without giving too much away. The number one spot. Is there a bit of competition around there? Who's in the running? What's the chat been like?
It's probably me or Lomax, I think.
To be fair, Sua's been there a bit.
Yeah.
Sua's trained there. I think Means is a little turn there. Actually, Manaya's had a couple of goes there. He's just come from Canberra Raiders. I think he's a fullback half. He's been training really well as well. Actually, he's one of the new boys.
Trent's been going good too.
Oh yeah, Trent Talau.
Yeah, he's been going well.
He's been going really good.
He's been killing it.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of not just the new boys, but like I said, the Fleg boys, everyone sort of really come back with, with good intentions and are really fit. So I think the 13v13 stuff, which is starting around now, it's getting really competitive. So that's what you want. You want both teams being able to compete against each other, and obviously it's going to make both teams better. But yeah, a lot of individuals have come back really good, and obviously the boys that played in the GF last year, they've all come back fit and firing, and obviously with a bit of motivation there as well.
Yeah,
we said at the review, probably just being a bit more harder and honest with each other at training. There's a lot of times when you say, "Oh, I would have made that tackle."
Oh yeah. I guess
just being a bit more harder feedback and being honest with each other, saying, "Nah, you probably wouldn't have got that, mate." Like not beating around the bush kind of thing. So good bit of feedback. So even the younger boys are taking that on board and giving it to the older boys too. So it's a bit of, like probably Hughesey was saying, a bit of competition, and it's been a bit more accountable with our actions, regardless on how many games you played.
Yeah, that's always a hard thing I reckon I battled with. Is I know there's a few clubs that do full contact sessions as their training sessions. We obviously do it separate. So you go to Johnny's gym and do some contact there, and then you do field session, and it's not really full contact. So it's trying to find that balance, right? Of how do you know that you were probably going to make that tackle, or how do you know if you're going to miss? And yeah, at trainings the last few years, it's like you'd sort of stick an arm out, and as an attacker, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, he would have got me." But if you really,
you're sort of like, maybe he wouldn't.
Yeah, maybe he wouldn't have.
Yeah.
And then it depends where your outside man is as well. Because if he's making that arms tackle out there and your center's gone, there's probably less likely of a chance that you're going to make that tackle. But if he's in a little bit, then you can also get your reads better from an attacking perspective.
Yeah.
So
I think we've pushed to do a bit more, maybe not full contact because that can get, especially on the edges, that can get a bit messy, but just taking your feet and shoulders rather than just sticking your arm out. Because that's how we've done it for ages, just two-hand touch, obviously, because we do so much contact away from our main training session, so we don't want to be doing too much where injuries start to occur. But we're going to be better at that, and hopefully it helps our defense overall.
There you go.
Oh, actually, we've got another one that's been training really well. Ali Katoa. He's been training with me actually since I haven't been able to jump in the team stuff yet, but we've been running a lot. He actually looks really good. He's been so good for not so good, or he has been good for us, but just to see him back training with the boys and being with us again, and he's done a great job at helping the younger guys out, the new back rowers. He's been doing little video sessions with them, and just to show, what he's like. He's a competitor, and obviously he wants to get back to playing. But it's good. I've had a couple of chats with him, and just knowing, I was just like, bro, you got a lot to tick off. He's like, yeah, like he knows that now, which is good. At first, I thought he's definitely going to rush to come back and want to play, which is competitive nature that everyone wants to try come back and play. But I think he knows at least what's good for his health, which is good. And he still gets to train. Like he's been pretty much doing everything. I think he just can't do anything opposed stuff. I don't know how long that's going to go for, but he's been in and around the group and doing gym and that with us, so it's good to have him there.
Yeah, well, it's pretty scary. Everything that happened to him. And I know, it's probably how much footy means to him, and it's just that line where do you draw it with your health? And I know he's probably doing the right things, and I don't think anyone will send him out there if he hasn't, especially after what he'd sort of gone through. So fingers crossed for El, but like I said, even if it's not playing again, the fact is that we'll have an impact on helping younger guys out, and he's got a wealth of knowledge. He's actually very, very intelligent.
Smart
knows
man.
the game inside out, and like I said, he's a competitor, but you can channel that elsewhere if you need to. So we'll see what happens with El, but it's good to see that he's back training. Have you had the meetings with the refs yet? Any rule changes?
Oh, yeah.
Is there any?
Not at the moment. We did that in Geelong. Remember we did it in Geelong last year with Ash Klein.
Yeah.
There was those ones
might
they
do it.
tossed up, didn't they?
Yeah, they might come to us in Geelong camp and have a chat to us again about it.
Yeah. So I think there's the kickoff rule. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen anything. Yeah.
Well, apparently they're
final,
thinking of changing that. If you score, the team that got scored against can choose if they want to receive or kick off.
Oh.
So it'd be like NFL, sort of. If you score, you got to kick off.
Oh.
I think that with the momentum now in games, I don't know who the higher up in the NRL, they might be trying to change that so it's not so, I guess games are not so one-sided. So that would be weird because I feel like has that ever changed in our game? Like it's always been.
It'll take away the ball and play, I reckon. You cook yourself for 10, 15 minutes, you haven't had the ball. You might not only have it for 5 minutes now, and then, I want the ball back now.
Yeah, I wonder how much the game changes if that happens. Are they seriously considering
I think so. Dior could probably tell us a bit more. He'd be more clued in with that stuff.
Well, yeah, no, you kind of got it right. I think what I've seen is that some of the higher-ups like Peter Vlandis, Andrew Abdo are really behind the idea, but apparently all the coaches except Wayne Bennett don't like it. But I think it's more just, trying to make games more interesting and keep them alive. And as you said, rather than, one team just being able to shut out the other team for like a 10, 15-minute period to give the defending team a break. And I guess if teams are behind, allow them a better chance to get back.
If you're 2 minutes left of the game of a grand final and you've just been scored against and you're up by 2, you're getting the ball back, or by 4.
Yeah, you get a chance.
You get a chance to keep the ball. You know what I mean? But
yeah, but I could see it in situations where it makes it the opposite, right? Like
funner, I guess.
If you're a team that, they talk about like after points, complete your set and whatnot. Like you have an option to just defend the set. Like you can kick back off to them. You know what I mean? Like if you score
Yeah.
and you're like,
You don't get the choice. The team that was
No, the other team gets a choice.
So like, let's say we scored,
Which they're obviously going to be like, yeah,
give us the ball.
give us the ball.
That's what I mean.
yeah.
So like if we're like, just say we're up with 6 points or something, and they've just scored, you'd be trying to get the ball back.
yeah,
You wouldn't want to be kicking back. You wouldn't want to be kicking back to them. They might kick short.
yeah.
They might kick short on you,
okay.
but you're still going to be a chance of getting the ball back.
Right.
Yeah.
Where you go kick down there and you just got to defend another 5, and then they be throwing the ball around. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It is a weird one.
It is, yeah.
That's a weird
That's
one.
a big
I don't
change.
know. It'd be hard to see if it gets in this next year or this year.
Well, where there's
Surely.
smoke, there's fire, right?
Yeah, well, there must be some chats about it.
I like the other one though. There's no 18th man anymore. You can pick who you want on your bench.
That's a good one. Can you
What do you mean,
explain
like
that
you've
one?
got 5 people and
So you got 5 people on your bench. You only pick 4 of them, but you get you don't have to have you don't have to have your 18th man penciled in, if that makes sense. So like, just say we had an 18th
It could be
man,
anyone.
It could be anyone. Do you know what I mean? So like, you have 5 on the bench. Just say you have a utility, like just say I'm on the bench, 18th man, but I'm not classed as 18th man. But if they need to use me, if someone goes down, I'm not pigeonholed. They can't use me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Not really.
So you're going to have 14 to 17.
Yeah.
They've been named.
Yeah.
And then I'll just say I'm 18. But I'm not actually the 18th man. They can still play me.
Yeah.
But you only got to use 4 of them.
Oh, okay.
So
like,
I
just say-
think it's similar
Yeah.
to what it used to be, like where you could have a certain amount of players on your bench, but you could only use like 4 of them.
So you can have more than 5?
I don't know what they're proposing. I thought
Yeah.
it was like 6 or 8, but
Yeah.
yeah, but
So-
then you can only actually use 4.
I don't mind that, because if you lose like a specialty, like I guess a half, and you don't have a half on the bench, but you'll have them in the like extended bench, you'll be like, oh, sweet, I'll use him.
Yeah.
If you haven't used 4 players already. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Imagine
like a
the
center
guys-
or a fullback or...
Imagine you got 8 on the bench, like they all have to warm up.
Yeah.
And
And
you're
they
just sitting there
will
all game.
they
like,
will
am I
legit
getting on?
not
Am I
know if they're
getting
going to
on?
play. Yeah.
Am I getting on?
Yeah.
There must be like at least 2 or 3 where like, yeah, you
know
3 are
you're
definitely playing, and
Yeah.
then the rest of you just see who gets injured. Well, hopefully no one gets injured, but
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay.
yeah. So I don't mind that one too bad.
Yeah.
Don't mind it too much, but
I guess it's,
Like if we had like just say for example, when Howie went down, we put Paul Wishy at the center. If we had like the extended bench, we could have put GA on the wing. You know what I mean? GA was 18th or 19th. We're going like, okay, here's what we use. But then we wouldn't have been able to use one of our ruckies as well. But then you kind of use Wishy in the middle then.
yeah,
yeah, okay.
true.
Yeah, okay. I don't mind that one.
Is there any more there, deal? There was a couple more, wasn't there?
There was something floated about 20-meter restarts, I think, as well.
Oh, yeah. Someone goes for a try. It's not a 7 tackle set anymore. Like the Buller one. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going for a try.
Oh, like a knock on and
Yeah,
goal.
Knock on and goal. It's only going to be 6 tackles now, not 7.
Oh, yeah. And then I think the 6 agains, instead of a penalty inside the 40, it's only inside the 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outside.
Remember how penalties were inside 40?
Yes.
Only inside 20 now. So
They
from
come out of your end.
outside the 20 to always, it's going to be 6 agains.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you're taking the
So that's just
16
fatigue.
offside,
That's more fatigue.
but then you can wait. So yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
6 against
Outside the 20 now instead of just the 40.
the 40. So it'll be a penalty.
Yeah, it'll be a penalty only inside the 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the rest will be 6 agains.
Oh, whereas a penalty inside the 40.
40 last time, yeah.
I have to get down to about 75 kilos. I think.
yeah, we mean like AFL players soon.
Injury.
Sticks. You're gonna have to have the stamina in you.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Well, hopefully we get a better clarification soon to, I guess we can, well, not start practicing, but
Yeah, you
get
still
a bit
need
of
to get feel
tactics
for
around it. Yeah.
Yeah, if there's anyone to expose it, it'll be the Melbourne Storm. Just fucking grubs, mate.
Actually, who
Fuck,
do you go for now? I know you're a doggies fan.
Tipping's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm back
Fucking
with the
hell.
doggies, boys.
Because you still have Bobcat. Oh,
No.
Bobcat.
I'm just a neutral fan now as an NRL podcaster.
so if you
Not
go-
a fan.
I'm
Yeah,
Don't.
we'll see.
got you, boys.
No.
I'll protect you in the media at all costs. I don't know, actually. I just associate myself with the Storm as a Storm fan.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to go to a bit more North Melbourne games now?
Yeah.
Shimbonus?
I will. Go the Shimboners.
Anyway.
Go Shimboners. All right, that wraps us up for... What are we going to call, like, are we going to split these segments? Are we going to call them something?
Pappy's Corner.
Nah. But well, anyway, this is the end of episode 1. Thanks for tuning in. we will be a bit more structured going forward, and we'll speak about games coming up, games played, what's happened in the media, whatnot, and then we'll roll into episode 2, which is a bit more of a fun game segment. So, hope you enjoy the first one, and episode 2 will come out Friday, so stay tuned for that as well.
Yeah.